There's something undeniably magnetic about places left behind, isn't there? Those silent structures that, well, whisper forgotten stories on the wind.
Definitely. But that allure often comes hand in hand with a prickle of fear, a sense of maybe treading where you shouldn't.
And our local magnet for exactly those feelings is Willow Manor. You know the one, shrouded in legend.
And tonight we're trying to move beyond just the campfire tales. We actually have the first-hand account from Lucas and Maya from their exploration.
Right, plus that diary they found later.
Yeah, exactly. So our aim in this deep dive is really to unravel their terrifying experience and the mystery that Clara Whitmore's diary sort of unveiled within those walls.
Yeah, we're diving headfirst into their actual experience. Forget what you might have heard around town. We're
Yeah.
going straight to, well, Lucas and Maya's encounter and these desperate words from someone trapped there decades ago.
Okay, so picture this. Fog hangs heavy, like really clinging to the ground as Lucas and Maya get to the gates of Willow Manor.
Those big, imposing gates.
Right. And the rusted hinges just groan when they push them open. Probably the first sound in this unnerving silence.
It doesn't just sound like an old house, does it? It feels watchful.
Yeah. And they notice it almost immediately, apparently, a drop in temperature as they step onto the path.
That initial sensory thing is pretty telling, isn't it? Like beyond just, ooh, spooky fog.
Well, yeah, a sudden drop in temperature like that, it can trigger a sort of primal response in us, often associated with the unknown or a perceived threat.
A little warning signal.
It's a subtle cue, yeah. Kind of primes your senses for potential danger.
So they venture inside, and you can almost picture the stillness,
Right.
a thick dust. Nobody's been there for years.
Uh-huh. And their footsteps just echo in those huge empty halls.
And then Maya hears it.
Sobbing.
Yeah, faint, almost muffled. Lucas, at first, he tries to brush it off.
Like old air settling or something.
Exactly, that's what he said. Old air. But hearing a human sound, crying, in a place like that.
It's instantly wrong. It just creates this stark contrast and a really profound sense of unease.
You'd think so. The sound of distress where you expect only silence, it disrupts everything.
Yeah, and it triggers that empathetic response, too. Lucas trying to rationalize it. That's totally natural, though. We try to find order when something unexpected happens.
A coping mechanism, kind of.
Definitely. A way to initially handle weird sensory input.
But the sound keeps going. It pulls them deeper in, up the creaky stairs.
And they find this room that sounds like chaos frozen in time.
Yeah, shattered furniture everywhere, ripped curtains. Looks as something violent happened there.
And that's when they see the message.
Scratched right into the wall plaster. Help me! He never left!
Chilling. Just, ow.
And right as they're taking that in, bam, the door slams shut. Hard.
Trapping them. Oh, man.
Yeah, talk about amplifying the vulnerability.
Absolutely. Up till then, they were exploring, they were observers, the door slams, and suddenly they're part of it. Potentially trapped.
And that message on the wall feels like proof now, doesn't it? Tangible evidence of suffering.
For sure. And then the encounter.
This isn't just a shadow or a noise. They actually see a figure.
A man with hollow eyes and this twisted smile.
And he speaks to them. He
Yeah.
says, you shouldn't be here.
Wow. Direct. Malevolent.
Totally. It's a clear hostile warning. Their reaction, pure instinct.
Get out.
Get out now. No talking, no thinking, just escape. They smashed through a window.
Seriously, they jumped through a window.
Jumped through a window and ran. Didn't stop until the manor was just this dark shape way behind them in the fog.
That immediate flight response, it says everything about how threatened they felt.
Yeah, the figure being so clear, the direct warning, it just bypassed any rational thought.
And the source says they never spoke of that night again, which really highlights the potential trauma.
Silence being a sign of something too disturbing to process.
Exactly. It's often a big indicator.
So weeks go by. They're not talking about it, but you know it's hanging there.
Especially for Maya, it sounds like it didn't fade for her.
Not at all. She starts having nightmares. Really vivid, recurring ones.
About the sobbing, the warning, the figure.
All of it. But now there's something new. A really strong feeling that there's a girl trapped in there.
Huh. Interesting. So not just general fear anymore, but a specific sense of someone needing help.
Yeah, this conviction just grows and grows until she feels like she has to go back.
Wow. After what happened, that takes something. Guts or maybe desperation for answers?
Her nightmares must have been intense. Suggests a really deep, unresolved emotional impact, maybe.
Could be. Her subconscious grappling with the suffering they glimpsed, maybe symbolized by this trapped girl.
And that empathy, that feeling of responsibility, it becomes stronger than the fear.
Apparently so. It compels her to want to return.
Lucas, well, you can imagine he wasn't exactly thrilled.
I bet. Who would be?
But Maya's conviction, this absolute certainty about the trapped girl, it eventually sways him.
So they decide to go back, but differently this time.
Right. They prepare. And this is where Clara Whitmore's diary comes in.
Ah, the diary. Maya found it where?
Local library, apparently. A
Yeah.
real, tangible link to the manor's past. Clara was the daughter of the original owner.
Okay, so this could give them some real context. What did it say?
The entries are, yet deeply unsettling. One says, "Father grows darker by the day," says the spirits talk to him. "I hear them too, whispering my name."
Whoa. Okay, so that gives a chilling insight into maybe what was going on back then. Deteriorating mental state, something else.
It definitely shifts the story, doesn't it? From
Mhm.
just a haunting to a specific family history, possible source for the whole creepy vibe.
Yeah, Clara's words hint at isolation, fear, maybe her father's paranoia or delusion, or maybe something genuinely supernatural he was tapping into.
And this one entry, it's just heartbreaking.
Huh.
"I fear he's locked me here for eternity. Someone, please, find me."
Oh, wow.
Okay.
A direct plea across time.
Exactly, a
Right.
voice crying out from the past. So, armed with this diary, they return.
And the atmosphere is different this time.
Noticeably intensified. The account says the house seemed to breathe. The shadows felt alive.
Like the manor itself was reacting to them having the diary. Stirred up.
Could be. Or maybe their own perception was just heightened now, knowing Clara's story.
Makes sense. Their prior terror plus the diary's emotional weight, it would definitely crank up their apprehension. They're primed to see things differently.
So they follow the sounds, the echoes of cries maybe, and the diary's last, really cryptic clue.
Which was?
"Behind the mirror, my fate is sealed." Leads them to the attic.
The attic, of course.
And there, dusty, probably cobwebby, is this tall, cracked mirror.
Okay.
Maya reaches out, touches it, and it changes.
How?
It shimmers. The air gets freezing cold, like icy, and this wind just howls through the attic room. It's clearly not just a mirror anymore.
Mirrors in folklore, right? Always portals or reflections of truth or hidden realities.
And the physical effects, the shimmering, the cold, the wind, it's like a clear sign something's breaking through.
A breach in the ordinary.
Yeah.
Something beyond normal physics happening.
And Lucas just gets it, suddenly realizes it's not reflecting, it's a doorway.
Whoa. So what do?
In this moment of, I don't know, incredible courage or maybe total madness, they decide together. They step through,
They sift through the mirror?
they step through the
And
mirror.
sun on the other side.
It's the manor, but warped, darker, eerily silent, but filled with these faint, echoing whispers all around.
like stepping into her trapped reality or another dimension linked to the house.
Could be either. And then they see her, Clara,
Clara, what does she look like?
a young girl, tattered dress, but her eyes, they have this faint, sort of ethereal glow.
Not quite solid, maybe.
Yeah, and she just says very simply, "You came."
Wow. The weight in those words, like she's been waiting forever. It implies her plea, her diary somehow actually reached them, connected with them.
But they're not alone for long. That malevolent spirit, the man from before, he reappears.
Oh, no. And he's not happy, I'm guessing.
Not happy is an understatement. His face is described as grotesquely twisted with rage now, and he snarls, "You will not take her."
Okay, so direct confrontation time.
And Lucas just reacts,
Mm-hmm.
steps right between Maya and this thing,
Yeah.
puts himself in front,
Protective instinct kicking in.
big time. And his voice is surprisingly firm, apparently. He just says, "She's not yours, let her go."
Good for him, standing up to it. That's a huge shift from just running away before.
Absolutely. It's a turning point. Knowing Clara's story, wanting to fix it, it gave them courage. They're not just victims now, they're protectors.
And Maya, what's she doing?
Maya remembers the diary. Clara's words. She holds it out.
Like a weapon.
Almost, yeah. She starts reading Clara's final entry aloud,
You held me here, but my voice is found. I am no longer yours.
using Clara's own words against her captor. That's powerful.
It really is. Like Clara's declaration of independence, finally spoken, becomes the key.
It suggests that your own voice, your own story, it has real power, even against something terrifying. Agency through words.
And as she reads, the room starts to tremble violently.
Oh.
Then this brilliant light just bursts from the diary pages. An explosion of energy.
And the figure lets out this horrific scream.
Yeah.
And then just dissolves into ash. Gone.
Wow. Its hold is broken. Finally.
And Clara.
What happens to her?
A serene smile spreads across her face. There are tears in her glowing eyes. And then she just fades into this radiant light.
Peace. She found peace.
Seems like it. A real sense of catharsis, you know. Victory over the darkness, release for her spirit.
That light from the diary, maybe symbolizing truth or empathy finally breaking through.
Then Lucas and Maya just wake up, back in the attic.
Like snapping back to reality.
Exactly. Back in the dust, sunlight streaming through that broken window they escaped through
The
before.
feeling in the house.
Completely different. The oppression, the fear, gone. Just peaceful. Palpably peaceful.
So their journey through the mirror, it was real in some sense, even if it was another state of being or consciousness.
Seems that way. As they're leaving Willow Manor for the last time, Maya asks the big question, right?
Is she free?
Yeah. Do you think she's free? And Lucas just says, yeah. And so are we.
Acknowledging their own burden was lifted too. Closure for everyone.
It really speaks volumes about the weight they'd both been carrying since that first night.
So they walk away, hand in hand, leaving it all behind.
But there's one last little thing in the account. As a breeze stirs the leaves,
What?
a faint whisper on the wind. Just, thank you.
Wow. A final acknowledgement from Clara.
Maybe. A subtle reminder that what they did mattered, that their courage made a real difference. Leaves you with a bit of wonder.
Definitely closure, but still that touch of the unexplained.
So thinking about this whole account,
Yeah.
what does it leave you pondering? You know, what does it suggest about how powerful stories can be?
Or the different ways people, or maybe spirits, can be trapped,
Right,
physically, emotionally.
right. And the chance of finding peace, liberation, even in places that seem impossibly haunted.
Could places really hold on to echoes like that? Echoes of suffering.
And if they do, what does it actually take to let them go? It's definitely something interesting to sit with, isn't it?